Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back. So for today's video, I wanted to do a holiday 2022 gift guide. I will say this is going to be different than my top dolls of 2022. I'm going to do a whole separate video for that because that's going to be much more subjective and like my personal top dolls for 2022. I also want to do a bottom dolls just because like it's really fun to talk about stuff that we don't like sometimes. But yeah, this one I want to be a little bit more objective rather than subjective. I want to talk about the dolls that I think would make the best gifts for different kinds of people. So yeah, different kind of video. Be on the lookout for that one in the near future. But yeah, I thought it would just be fun to talk about dolls that have come out this year that I think would be the best options to get as a gift. If you haven't gotten a gift already, I know Black Friday just recently passed, so if you took advantage of some of those sales, that's great. You're all set if you're buying for people. But if not, keep watching for my opinions on what are going to be the best gifts. Keyword there, opinions. So if you disagree, totally cool. But yeah, I just felt like talking about this today. So I have my little list here on my phone. Starting off, this one might be like slightly contentious, but Rainbow High Series 4. And I only say that because they are usually on sale. Even aside from Black Friday, they're usually somewhat discounted, whether that's a store-specific coupon or discount, or whether that's just that they are on sale. I don't know why. I'm not sure why that particular series of Rainbow High went on sale so quickly, but at least in my area, I rarely see them for full price anymore, or if they are full price, like I said, there's some sort of coupon to get. So I think the designs for Series 4 were really, really good for Rainbow High. Obviously, there were a lot of quality control issues, at least in the first run. I'm hoping that with like later productions of them, they have fixed some of those quality control issues. But I just think that if you have someone who wants a Rainbow High doll, especially if you have like a kid who wants a Rainbow High doll, and you don't want to pay full price for them, which I completely get, they're on the more expensive side if you're buying for like someone who's going to play with them, then I think that these on sale are really good because they have strong designs, and if you're not paying full price, I think that the quality control will be like less of an issue. So I know that one might be like a bit contentious because like, is it weird to recommend something that doesn't always have perfect quality? Maybe yes, but I think in a specific scenario, it could be a really good gift. Also from Rainbow High, basically all of the Rainbow Vision dolls, minus the costume ball. I like count that as more of a Halloween line for the like actual Rainbow Vision dolls. So the Rainbow Divas, Neon Shadow, and then the Royal 3. I have all of Neon Shadow and I love all of those dolls. I thought that they were all so amazing and so fun. So I can, from personal experience, say that I love those dolls. I don't have the Rainbow Divas and they're not really my cup of tea, but everyone that I've seen online posting about them seems to be very happy with them and very excited to have them. So I think that if you like that style, you'll probably have a very similar reaction to them as I did to Neon Shadow. So I think that those are good. And then from the Royal 3, I have 2 out of 3, and the quality control was iffy. I don't know if that was just mine though. Like I could have just had really bad luck in that regard. So in general, especially if you can catch them on a sale, I think the Rainbow Vision dolls tend to be really good. Especially, I would say Neon Shadow and the Rainbow Divas. Royal 3, also pretty good. I know especially if you have someone who's a K-pop fan, that's a great doll to get them. But speaking more from personal experience, I know for sure Neon Shadow has good quality and good designs. And also Neon Shadow and the Rainbow Divas come with more stuff than the Royal 3. So even if you have to pay full price for them, I think that it's more bang for your buck. And I think that they're pretty solid dolls. So again, this is where it's like objective, not subjective, because I didn't buy any of the Rainbow Divas, but people seem to like them. So I feel like choosing from one of the Rainbow Vision lines, you're probably going to be able to get someone a doll that they're going to enjoy. Okay, these next 2 are not from Rainbow High and are also a lot more general. First one is the LOL Tweens. Literally any Tweens doll. I have never bought an LOL Tweens doll and been disappointed. Every single time I've bought one, I have been so happy and excited with what I got, and the quality has been really good. And even ones that I haven't bought personally, I've seen people buy online and also have a great experience with them. So I just think you really can't go wrong with the Tweens. I have bought some OMGs that are a lot more questionable, so that's why they didn't make it onto this list. But I think especially if maybe you aren't as well versed in dolls as the person that you're buying for, buying someone an LOL Tweens doll, I feel like is almost impossible to mess up. And even for kids too, I'm sure they're really, really exciting dolls for kids. So yeah, I don't think you can possibly go wrong buying an LOL Tween. And then the same actually goes for Monster High Gen 3. I love these dolls. If you have seen any of my previous videos, you know that I am a huge G3 stan. And obviously if the person you're buying for doesn't like G3, like don't buy them that. But any other person, I think that across the board, the Monster High dolls from Gen 3 have had pretty good quality, some better than others, but overall pretty good quality, and the price point isn't terrible, especially if you have some sort of coupon that you can use for them. And it's just so fun. I love the dolls. I think that even the ones that I don't personally want, like Ghoulia, a lot of people really enjoy her. So again, I think it's a line where there's a lot of variety in terms of who might be attracted to which doll. But I think across the board, there's enough quality there and enough cool designs that someone's going to be happy with it, whether it's for an adult collector or a kid. I think that the Monster High Gen 3 dolls are a great gift. This next brand I actually don't have any of, but I really need to get on that and change that because it's the Naturalistas and they look really, really awesome. If you guys haven't seen these, they are a series of dolls that focuses on darker skin dolls who have a wide variety of natural hair. So it's really celebrating the curly or coily hair that is sometimes demonized in other media. And I think that's awesome. Like right off the bat, that's just such a good message to be spreading, especially to kids. But then the other thing about these dolls is that they're only $12, which is a phenomenal price point. So if you're on a budget, this is also a great option. Really the only slight negative to these dolls is that they have limited articulation. But given the price point and how cool the designs are also, they look really nice, and the fact that they have a great message behind them, I think that all more than makes up for it. So I need to buy these, first of all. This needs to be my gift to myself. But also I think that whether it's for a collector or a kid, these would be a great gift. And then the last brand I wanted to talk about for the gift guide is Barbie. I spend a lot of time on this channel kind of making fun of Barbie or talking about Barbies that I don't like. And that's not going to change. There are a lot of Barbies that I think could do better, and I think that Barbie has some really questionable decisions that they make, but they also do have some good stuff. So the first one is the Barbie Fashionistas. I don't like every single design, and I know that they have pretty limited articulation, and also more and more the quality kind of is going down. But all of that being said, if you're on a budget, these are hands down the best budget dolls to buy. They're even cheaper than the Naturalistas. So I think the Naturalistas are cooler and they have a little bit better quality on the clothes. But if you are really on the most limited budget, Barbie Fashionista has you, and they do have tons of diversity in their line. I know the most recent one I think has a doll that has braces, which is so cool. And they've got all kinds of different skin tones and different body shapes and sizes and different hairstyles. They have a lot of diversity. So while they do have a ton of quality issues, I think that they also have some really cool designs if you can kind of get past the quality. Some people don't mind that the quality is a little bit lower in Fashionistas because of the wide array of designs that they have. And then if you are on a budget, this is a great thing to buy because it's not going to break the bank. This, like I said, is the best cheap doll that you can buy. And, I get it, especially this year, inflation is really crazy and everything costs more. So if you want to buy something for someone and show them some kindness, but you don't have a ton of money, I think Fashionistas are a great way to go. And then the last one on this list, also from Barbie, comes with a caveat. I only would recommend these on sale, and that's the Barbie Cutie Reveal dolls. A lot of the Barbie, surprise reveal dolls are terrible quality. Absolutely horrific, all plastic, really bad quality. The Cutie Reveal dolls seem to have much better quality than most other surprise Barbies. They are also just really funny because frankly, tons of people have made the joke by now, but they look like furry Barbies, which is funny for adult collectors, and for kids, it's a really cute little animal costume plus a Barbie, so it's hard to go wrong in that regard. And I do think that again, amongst the surprise theme Barbies, these are kind of uniquely good and they're much more quality than the others. That's not to say they're the most quality doll on this list, but if you want to buy a Barbie and you like the animal aspect, I think that this is a good doll. But again, only on sale because I think they retail for $25 or something crazy like that. And for $25, you could get an LOL Tweens. If you want something that's quality, and especially if you want to know what you're getting, for $25, I would get an LOL Tweens doll instead. But if you can get a Barbie Cutie Reveal on sale and you have someone that you're buying for that's more of a Barbie fan or is a kid who likes animals, that might be something more suited to them. So if you can catch them on sale, I also think that those would be a good gift. So that rounds out my list for today. I hope that maybe that helps some people kind of think about what they might be buying for their doll lovers in their lives. Even if you're not buying for anybody else, I hope this was a fun list to go through. I had fun creating it just because it was interesting to look at dolls through the lens of what other people might want instead of just what I personally like, which is 90% of what I do on this channel. So yeah, I had fun with this one. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you liked it, if you could like, subscribe, all of that jazz, that would be awesome. I also have my Instagram and my coffee linked in the description as always. But yes, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Happy holidays, guys!